love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always
Namaste friends. So today is in the entire Python family, this is chapter 55, but in NumPy this is chapter 14. So this is also relatively a short chapter. So last chapter we saw about array sorting, so which is alphabetical, numerical, ascending, descending, binary. And we knew that the command is sort. So today what is a filtering? Now say suppose in India, if you want to actually filter out based upon persons who actually speak only Hindi, you can get it. If you want to select persons who speak Hindi and other language, you can actually get it. If you want to select persons who are only speaking English, more or less everybody speaks English, that is not a good criteria. Or like say persons who only speak Gujarati or a Punjabi, these are all like filter criteria, or even only Tamil or Telugu or Kannada and stuff of that nature. So these specific criteria are called filtering, and we say like, where condition. So this is a filtering condition. All right. So filtering of the arrays is more or less the same thing. Okay. So getting some elements out of an existing array and creating a new array out of them is called filtering. Like I said, like, you'll have a big data set and then you say select from this data set of India where people speak Hindi. So out of the biggest set, you get a small set. So that is what it is. So in NumPy, you can filter an array using a Boolean index list. A Boolean index list is a list of Booleans corresponding to indexes in the array. And if the value of the index is true, the element contained in the filtered array. If the value is false, then the element is actually excluded. So or in other words, if it is present, if it is yes, it is present. If it is no, it is not present. But we will actually go to that as time goes. So right now, let's actually take an example. So the example is this. Let's actually see what it does. So I am actually importing a NumPy and then I say 41, 42, 43, 44 and then I say true, false, true, false. Or in other words, I say 41 is true and 43 is true. So now if I say print x, it is going to return me only 41 and 43 because of exactly what I told before. So the remaining ones are false, false, it is excluded. The true, true, it is actually included. That is why. So, this is because the new array contains a value and it has been indexed as, this is the way it will be indexed 0 1 2 3. So 0 1 2, so 0 1 2. So that is how computer actually reads it. All right, so that is how it actually goes. Now if you want to create a filter array, okay, we can actually hard code the true false value, but the common use is to create a filter array based upon conditions, like I said, like particular language or something. Now let's actually take this case. Okay, it's a big case. Let's actually take this case, but let's actually go over this. I have this. I actually import a NumPy as MP and then I create an array. I filter this, which is dynamic, okay, which is going over each and everything. And then I say for element in array, if it is higher than 42, set the value to true, otherwise false. If element is greater than 42, filter append true, else filter append false. And then I say new array, and then I actually filter it, and then I say print of this. So let's see what it gives. So basically what it does is, instead of me actually hard coding, I've actually done this dynamic. I've imported the NumPy, I've created a single thing. So these two things are the same. So instead of the third step, I say filter, and I give open and close, so which means go for each and everything. So this is one variable for element in this, for each and everything. And then I say if the element is greater than 42, which is 43 and 44, I say this filter array is true. So I actually pass on this append as here. Appending is basically adding. I actually do this as true. Then I say else it is false, because you have to give two conditions. And then I say new array, which is a new variable, is this filter array of this filter array, and then I say print of this filter array, and then I say print this new array. So which means print me this and print me that. So while printing this, it clearly says this is false, because anything greater than 42 is only set true. So false, false, true, true, which is what this filter array is. And I'm actually printing the new array, which is 43 and 44. I trust I actually explained to the best of my abilities. Again, if you have questions, kindly ask me. Now we can create a filter array that will return only even numbers from the original. So let's actually take this and let's actually do this. Now same thing I do up to 7. Okay, same thing. Okay, but I say, like, what is the even? We actually saw it. If this is divided by 2 equals 0, then it is even, which is true. Else it is false, and remaining things are the same. So when I actually run it, exactly the same thing. We actually saw this condition, I think, either in the previous lecture or the before lecture, because anything 1 divided by 2 is not 0, 2 divided by 2 is 0, so even, 3 divided by 2 is not 0, 4 divided by this modulus is 0, so this is even, this is not even, this is even. So that is why 2, 4 and 6. So that is why those things are true and the remaining ones are false, and that is where it is actually defined. And while explaining the previous one, you should have also got an idea of how this program logic flows. All right. Same thing. Now we can create filter directly from an array. Okay, we can directly substitute the array instead of the iterable variable in our condition, and it will work just as we expect it to. All right, so we can create a filter array that will return only values higher than 42. Okay, so basically if I'm here and then if I actually do this and then if I actually say this, I have array here, which is this, and then I say filter array, which is this, and then I say, like, in a new array of this, and then print of this. So basically it's going to give me only 43 and 44. So 43 and 44, same thing. All right. Now we create an array where only the even elements from the original array. So by creating the even elements from the original array is more or less what we actually saw, but with a lesser code. So we import, we take something as odd, we divide it by this 2, and then we say new array, and then we actually print this, and then we print the new array, so let's actually see what it actually does. So this is exactly what it is, and we are actually giving it, okay, which is 246, which we actually saw. All right. I trust you have actually understood how to filter based upon some conditions in an existing set. So try it. If you have any questions, kindly contact me. I'll actually try to explain to the best of my abilities. And like always, I would like to thank two persons. One is you for giving me a golden time, and the other is my wife Jayashree following me to follow my passion. Till we see next time, take care, cheers, and thank you.